my friend Larissa, who is basically my adopted sister, sent me a couple of photos and asked me to make an editing video for one of them, so that I could kind of demonstrate what I would do for the competition winners. But I've decided that I'll speed it up a bit and leave the full video where I explain everything that I'm doing and why I'm doing it and what I'm doing, which I will leave for my online course that I'm getting ready. So this is going to be the speed edit. I'll explain a little bit anyway. I just won't go into as much depth here. This is the photo that I ended up using. In the actual video, I'm explaining why I chose it and what the differences were. Right now, just doing some really basic adjustments and explaining what each of the adjustments kind of does, setting the white balance, talking about saturation, why I use some tools and not others, the rationale behind the edits I'm making. Keep in mind, this photo was really small resolution when I got it, so I really couldn't do a heap to it because I didn't have a lot of data to work with. So I'm not that happy with the end result, but given the photo was so small, you can see there I've zoomed in on it, it's so pixelated. Again, here I'm doing some kind of selective edits, and in the actual video I talk through the whole process, why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it, what I'm trying to achieve, what I'm looking for, what I'm noticing, etc., etc. I've just moved it into Photoshop, and now I start really making some of my normal kind of big edits here, starting to do some kind of selective vignetting, talking about what the tone curve does. I talk a little bit about masking and, changing your adjustment layers, but in general, following this along would be more useful if you have a basic understanding of how Photoshop works. I do tell you to check YouTube a lot. So just cleaning up the photo to try and bring some more attention to the dog. Yeah, and I got a little bit obsessed with doing this later on because I couldn't let it go. So having a look at before and after, adding a bit more depth and darkness, changing the crop a little bit here, trying to give her more space to look into. And I realized that stuffed up all of the work that I'd done on the branches, which I was a bit angry about and ended up having to come back to like 10,000 times. So now just making things a bit more foresty and green, getting rid of her tag, talking about how you can change colors for different effects. Still trying to work on those branches that got ruined, putting a bit of a spotlight on her. And while I'm doing this in the actual video, I am talking about why I would be masking out or in some areas and not others, what I'm trying to look for, and what effect I'm going for each of these changes that I'm kind of making. It's my puppy in the background, sorry. Just moving my spotlight. I think I selected the wrong brush or the wrong tool like 15 times on this video. I got really annoyed at myself. So adding a bit more darkness. I really like darkness. I think I'm like a dark-hearted kind of person. And looking at our original to our edited version, checking each part of the picture to see if there's things that I want to change or what's bothering me or not bothering me. And just like constantly making changes, seeing something I don't like, changing it. And on the actual video, really talking through what is grabbing my attention and what I want to do about it and why I want to change it. So basically my whole thought process about the way I edit. And that's it. So here's the before photo. And the after. So yeah, it was a challenge because it was quite small, but I did go through a lot of the techniques I normally use. I hopefully gave it a bit more depth and made it a bit more dynamic, changed the composition a bit. And yeah, let me know if you found this helpful. If you want any more information, if you enjoyed this or got something out of it, please let me know and I'll do some more videos like this. Yeah, I hope to hear from you soon.